If you're tired of constantly running out of ice or your refrigerator's built-in ice maker just isn't keeping up anymore, the Frigidaire 26 pounds Portable Ice Maker is one of the most popular countertop options you can buy. On paper, it promises up to 26 pounds of ice per day, 9 bullet-shaped cubes every few minutes, and a compact design that fits almost anywhere. But after reading through what actual owners have to say, I think this machine stands out for a completely different reason. The biggest thing people talk about isn't the specifications, it's how surprisingly easy it is to live with. Over and over, reviewers mentioned that setup couldn't be simpler. You literally pour water into the reservoir, plug it in, press the power button, and within minutes you've got your first batch of ice. Several buyers even said they purchased it after their refrigerator's ice maker stopped working, and ended up liking this portable unit even more because it produced fresh ice faster and more consistently. Another thing that really stood out to me is how fast it actually feels in real-world use. A lot of countertop appliances promise quick performance, but disappoint once you bring them home. That doesn't seem to be the case here. Owners consistently say they were impressed with how quickly the machine starts producing ice. One reviewer even mentioned filling an entire gallon-sized freezer bag in about an hour, which is pretty impressive for something sitting on your kitchen counter. The ice itself also gets a lot of love. Unlike hard freezer ice, these bullet-shaped cubes are softer and easier to chew. In fact, one self-proclaimed ice chomper said this was some of the closest ice they found to the soft, chewable style you get at restaurants, and they preferred it over another countertop machine that cost significantly more. That's something I wasn't expecting to see mentioned so often. I also like that the machine doesn't take over your countertop. Multiple buyers mention it's compact enough for apartments, dorm rooms, RVs, or even sitting on top of a water dispenser. Despite the smaller size, most households reported they never really ran out of ice during normal daily use. Now, let's talk about the downsides because there are a few that almost every owner points out. The biggest one is that this is an ice maker, not an ice freezer. That's an important distinction. Once the cubes are made, they simply sit inside the machine. If you leave them there too long, they'll slowly melt and the water gets recycled to make more ice. So if you're expecting it to store ice all day like your freezer does, that's not how it works. Nearly every experienced owner recommends transferring the finished ice into your freezer as soon as the basket fills up. Another common complaint is that the fresh ice comes out wet. That's completely normal for this style of ice maker, but it does mean the cubes tend to freeze together once you store them in the freezer. Most reviewers say it's a minor inconvenience because the cubes break apart easily, but it's definitely something to be aware of. Noise is another area where opinions are mixed. Some owners describe it as very quiet, saying it sounds no louder than a refrigerator. Others think it's noticeable while it's actively making ice, especially when the cubes drop into the basket. Personally, I think the truth is somewhere in the middle. It's certainly not silent, but it's also not obnoxiously loud for a machine with a compressor constantly making ice. The final concern is long-term reliability. Most recent buyers are extremely happy with the performance, but there are a few reports from owners saying their unit stopped working after 8 months or around a year. That's not the majority experience, but it's worth mentioning since countertop ice makers in general don't have the same longevity as built-in refrigerator systems. So who should buy this? I'd recommend it for families who regularly run out of ice, anyone whose refrigerator ice maker has failed, RV owners, apartment dwellers, or people who entertain guests on a regular basis. It's also a great option if you simply like fresh, chewable bullet ice without spending hundreds of dollars on a premium machine. Who shouldn't buy it? If you're expecting this to replace a full-size commercial ice machine, or you need something that stores large amounts of ice all day long, this probably isn't the right choice. You'll still need to move the ice into your freezer as it's produced. Overall, I think the Frigidaire Portable Ice Maker delivers exactly what most people are looking for. It's fast, simple to use, compact, and consistently praised by owners who just wanted an easy way to keep fresh ice on hand. It has a few quirks that come with almost every countertop ice maker, but judging by the reviews, those are small trade-offs for the convenience it offers.